Here we are in Weymouth Woods Nature Preserve here around Fayetteville and Pinehurst, North Carolina. And what we have here in front of us is an active red-cockaded woodpecker cavity. You can tell that it's active because you can see the sap dripping down the tree. The birds are actively using this habitat. And the way this works is red-cockaded woodpeckers are very unique in how they reproduce. They nest from about April till June, and the mature female will come into the male's cavity to lay her eggs. But then the eggs are incubated by juvenile males, actually males from the previous years. There's only one breeding pair in the colony. They're a little colonial organism. So there's only one breeding pair in that colony, and they're usually the most adult and most mature pair. The previous year's pairs will help around and help incubate until they get old enough and they can form their own pairs. But what we have is a really nice cavity in the side of a live oak, there we are. Zoom in there a little bit. This is in the side of a longleaf pine. Red-cockaded woodpeckers, they choose longleaf pines for many reasons. One, because of their sap. They drip a tremendous amount of sap down this tree. And that sap is one of their defense mechanisms. If you're a snake or any other sort of predator that likes to eat red-cockaded woodpecker eggs, this sap is going to really deter you from climbing up that tree and getting in that nest. Once this tree dies, and it will die, the red-cockaded woodpeckers will move on to another tree, but they'll leave back a beautiful cavity for other creatures to inhabit. Things like flying squirrels and bluebirds and gray squirrels will all use these nests. So they're called a keystone species because there's not very many of them, but they play a large role in the ecosystem. That's what keystone species is a species that its importance is relative to its abundance. So it's very, very few of them, but they're super, super important. And then you have also red-cockaded woodpeckers are ecosystem engineers. They're engineering these ecosystems for these other creatures. And due to the loss of the longleaf pine, they're also federally endangered. So seeing this nest here is a really nice sign that a federally endangered creature and colony is still striving here within our state. It's a nice thing to see. And you know, having areas like this set aside for them are super, super important for conservation efforts.